All right. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? So good to see you all. Kinkini's here, June's here. Awesome to see you guys. Awesome to see everybody here. Okay. So hold on, give me just a second because of course I need to hop onto the group because I cannot quite see who's commenting because we need permissions set up. So let me do that 1 second, okay? And while I'm doing that, let me know if this is your first time painting with me, okay? All right. Hold on just a little bit longer. Almost done. Just to make sure that I see everybody. Okay. Whoa, lots of people here with me today. I have Stephanie and Edith and Tracy and Andrea. Whoa, lots and lots and lots and lots of you. Wonderful. Lots of first timers. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, first timers, here's what you need to know. Let's go over here. So, a little bit of housekeeping so that I'm just making sure that I can see everybody here. All right, so a little bit of housekeeping. We paint usually for about 2 hours. Right in the middle, I take a break, about 5 minutes. Get water, use the bathroom, whatever you need. It also allows people to catch up. If you feel like you're falling behind, this 5 minutes usually is a big difference. Okay, it really helps. Now, also, okay. So there is that. Okay, so we're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy ourselves. So please do not take yourself too seriously. Do not, worry about what you're painting. It's all gonna be great. If you need a tracer, you can find it. I think it's guide 25. I may be wrong, maybe it's 26, but I think it's guide 25. And what else? I am painting in my mixed media pad because it's the only way I can save space with canvases. I just, way too many canvases. Okay, I have somebody from UK. Oh my goodness, what is it there? What time is it there in the UK? Kinkini, I see you. What time is it there? Looks like late. It should be late. It seems late. Okay, so if you're painting on canvas, then please make sure that you grab a super large brush, make it wet, like damp, and add a little bit of water to your canvas so that your canvas does not seep up all the paint and just the paint stays on top of the canvas. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. Um, uh, Paints. You probably saw it in guides. I'm just gonna go through this very quickly. I'm using the white and the black. And then I have Phthalo Blue. Here, Phthalo Blue, Prussian Blue, and where did it go? Cerulean Blue, which is lighter blue. Okay, oh my gosh, 4 a.m. Oof, wow. Um, okay, so three blues. We're gonna need them for our skies. What else? I have deep yellow and lemon yellow. So deep yellow is a warmer shade, and excuse me, lemon yellow is a cooler shade of yellow. I have burnt sienna and I have cadmium red, which is something we're going to be using. I also will be using just paper plates to mix my paints and do everything I need. Who's here from Texas? Abigail! Yay! I'm from Texas. Okay, so let's start painting, and I will just keep chattering along and keep telling you other things about this. So, okay, let me turn on my desk full view so that you can see everything that's happening here. So here's my painting surface. I am not using a tracer, so if you're not using a tracer, I will show you how to paint this without one. Hold on, it got stuck a little bit. Let me scooch it. Okay. All right. So as you have your canvas, if you are freehanding this, right, we want to make sure that the pumpkin takes the majority of the space. And then we're going to put the cat on top. And of course, we have the sky, the starry sky, inspired by Van Gogh. And this is exactly what we are going to paint. Let's see. Let's start with the pumpkin. The pumpkin is kind of sitting on its side. So we're gonna start with the pumpkin. Let's grab our colors in. I'm gonna grab quite a bit of white. I kind of add and go with paints. White, I'm gonna need a lot, so I'm just gonna put it in there. And I'm gonna put the deep yellow in there and the lemon yellow. It's probably a little bit too much, but it'll work. My red and my burnt sienna, which is brown. If you want to add green undertones to your pumpkin, it can be done with this set of paints. You just need cerulean blue or phthalo blue and some yellow to play with that. Okay, so when I freehand things, I go what I call rogue, a little bit rogue. So my pumpkin may not look exactly the same as what it looks like on the reference photo, but really it shouldn't. It really should look like its own pumpkin. So I'm gonna grab some white on my flat, large brush. Let me know if you need me to slow down. I do tend to go fast. If you feel like you're falling way behind, don't worry. Paint, have fun. Replay will be available when we're done. So don't feel like you have to, like you cannot, you know, fall behind a little bit. It's all fine. It's all good. Okay. So the pumpkin sits on the ground. The ground is on the very bottom. Okay, hold on. I did not adjust my camera very well for this. I just need to scotch it up just like 1 more inch. 1 more inch so that you can see what I'm doing. Here we go. Okay, so I have some white and some warm yellow on my paintbrush, and I am going to draw an oval shape just right here because I'm freehanding. So this is going to be the center of my pumpkin, just like that. What size of what? I see the question. What size do you use? Size of what? Size of brush? Brush, large and flat. It says 18. I think it's a 3/4 inch, if it helps. If you're using the tracer, yes, just find the center part of your pumpkin and paint it white and deep yellow. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. My canvas, I think it's about 14 by maybe 18, something like that. Okay. So I'm still using the same mix of white and deep yellow. And I'm gonna add the second row of ridges. If you're freehanding, make sure that they are not on the same line. So if I draw a line from here to here like this, right? This part of the pumpkin is not sitting on the same line. Okay. Okay. Again, some white, some more deep yellow. Gonna do the other side. Does not have to be perfect. Oh no, how to put the tracer on. Yeah, you're gonna have to piece it together. Depending on what you printed out, you will have to piece it together like a puzzle and then trace it. Or you can piece it together like a puzzle and just cut out the shape of the pumpkin and then put it on your canvas and trace around it. That might help. Okay, so for the next row of, and the last one to make the pumpkin round, I'm gonna grab some of this lemon yellow and some of the white again. And now I'm thinking, I'm looking, because I'm freehanding, right? So I'm looking that my sides need to be somewhere here to make it more rounded, if I want a more round pumpkin. But if you want something more like a gourd, like a different shape, there is nothing wrong with that. Just go for it. So we have that. And this is gonna go here. So right now I'm using lemon yellow with a little bit of white. Okay. Amy is so excited to do this with her kiddos on the fall break. Yeah, absolutely. This is a fun one. This is a fun one. Okay, let's grab some more of this deep yellow. I'm not rinsing my brush. I'm just going with the same colors. Some more of this deep yellow, a little bit more of this white. Okay, and we're gonna close it off over here. Just close this whole thing. Okay, because this is where the stem goes. And so here's the pumpkin, right? Okay, grab some more white, the same messy brush, and the white will go. So remember that centerpiece that we painted oval, right? Think about the side that's facing the moon. So the moon's going to be up there. So the top side is facing the moon. So we're going to add some white just on this side like that, just one side. It doesn't need to be like a straight line or anything, right? Just add some white to it like that and turn it in like this a little bit. Okay, then the same messy brush again, more white, and we're gonna add this to this next ridge that goes up high, up on top of that one. So let's add that one. And we're gonna do this again with the one that we painted lemon yellow. Okay, do let me know if I'm going too fast. Yeah, I know I already told you guys, but I just want to tell you again. So if you're using the tracer, just kind of use those lines for guides, right? But keep the steps are the same for you as with the tracer. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna wipe my brush on the paper towel. I am not adding water to it. I'm just wiping it down on the paper towel. I do not want to water this down at all. And I'm gonna grab some of this red just directly on my paintbrush, some of this deep yellow, just the same paintbrush, okay, a little bit of white. And we're gonna use this mix to paint the ridges that are on the other side, the opposite side from the moon, to just kind of help us create the shading, excuse me, create the shading where it's needed. Just kind of making a little bit of a darker color. Okay. Wipe the brush. If you need to rinse it off, then rinse it off. But I think just wipe it down on the paper towel. Don't wash it. Okay. Let's grab some of this. Let's do a little bit, add a little bit of water to the brush if your brush is dry. Mine is super dry. So I'm just grabbing some of this lemon yellow and I'm gonna be kind of working it and blending it in with the front of the pumpkin. So just adding a little bit lemon yellow and see how it creates little stripes. Let me bring this up higher a little bit for you. If it works. Nope, it does not. Okay, here. See, like little stripes? So you want to create little stripes. You do not want to blend it in completely, okay? Sure, can you? No problem. You can, yeah. All right. So I have a little bit more of white on my paintbrush, and I'm gonna go into this orange, the deep yellow, not orange. I'm sorry. It looks orange, but it's really deep yellow. And I'm gonna add more of the color variety, right into this pumpkin, right on top of this red that we painted, so that we can see that they are all different. Okay, a little bit more white, a little bit more of this deep yellow. I'm working on the bottom ridges right now. I'm just wanting them to be not quite the same color right now. We're still working on the base color for the pumpkin. See, and my brush is picking up the reds and the oranges and the deep yellow, and it all kind of works together nicely. Excuse me. Thank you, Kinkini. Very nice of you to say that. So, more white. I told you we're gonna use a lot of white, and on one side, and then lemon yellow on the other, and we're gonna go work on the other side of this pumpkin, and just add those super nice variations of color to the both top ridges. Okay. And then maybe I'm gonna grab a little bit of water on my brush because it's getting too dry. And maybe grab some more of this deep yellow and just kind of add a little bit of it to the ridges that are facing the moon. Okay, there we go. Okay, so at this point, hold on, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. So if your paint is starting to pull a little bit and it's not blending in nice, add a little bit of water to your paintbrush and then just go back and blend it in. Mhm. All right, rinse out your brush. We're gonna need to let this dry before we can work some more on the pumpkin. So rinse out your brush. Maybe wipe it on the paper towel. Make sure that it's completely clean. If you're new to painting with acrylics, your this is a sponge floating in from my previous side, from my previous painting I did today. Um, excuse me. To rinse your brush, make sure to really smash it into the bottom of your rinsing vessel, whatever you have. Okay, because usually people try to go like this, side to side and very carefully, and it doesn't take the acrylics out. So this is kind of the way to do this. Smash, smash, and then you kind of, lean it to the side and get the water out of it. I'm still working with the same large brush. Okay, we're gonna start working on the sky. So I'm just gonna scooch this up a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. Grab a little bit of water on your paintbrush, damp paintbrush, and just put some water on your canvas just to make sure that your paint is gonna move nicely. All right, we're going to put some cerulean blue on top. We're gonna go in layers. So cerulean blue on top, and then we're gonna put phthalo blue, like let me see. So you kind of divide it almost in half, okay? The top half is the cerulean blue and phthalo blue. And the bottom, everything that goes down is going to be Prussian blue with a little bit of black on the very, very bottom, okay? I'll say it again, but we're going to start with a damp brush and we're going to grab cerulean blue and we're just going to paint the top. For a nice bright blue. I like to go crisscross motions when I paint the sky. You can do whatever you like, but I think crisscross pattern looks better than like when you have these like straight lines going through. You know what I mean? Okay. Phthalo blue is the next. Same brush. Grab some water on it and just add on top of the cerulean blue. Okay, and before we start working around the pumpkin, add a little bit more water to your brush and work this into the cerulean blue. So blend, blend, blend. Lots of crisscrossing here. Lots of crisscrossing. So just blend, blend, blend. Okay. Think about applying makeup. Like when you apply makeup, you probably don't like to have lines, right? To see have like visible lines. So that's what we do not want. Okay. So now I'm gonna just take this is the same flat brush. I made it like a chiseled tip. Okay. Like that. And I have phthalo blue on it. And I'm just gonna use it to outline the pumpkin. Just like that. Okay. Just hold it on its side, upright. Hold your brush upright. Let me show you one more time over here. Hold your brush upright and go all the way around the pumpkin. And then again, all the way around the pumpkin. And again, okay? And over here too. And then go back and go around this piece over here. And if you have any room left over on the other side, I really don't. I made my pumpkin a little bit too big. But if you have room on the other side also, go around that. And then use crisscross pattern motion like this to add the paint and to make sure the paint moves the right way. What's happening is the right way, okay? Going too fast, slowing down. Okay. Okay, Stephanie, going too fast. All right, where are you guys at? Where's everybody at? So if you're done painting the pumpkin, just say pumpkin done. If you're done top of the sky, say top sky done. If you're done with the middle of the sky, say middle of the sky done. Okay? So I just have more of this. Okay, I see pumpkin, pumpkin. Okay, pumpkin done. All right. Pumpkin done on top of the sky, pumpkin done. Okay. All right. So I'll just keep working on the sky and you guys catch up with the sky. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm adding a little bit more of phthalo blue. Like I don't like how it came out. I want a little bit more color on here. That's all I'm doing. So I'm just going to be adding a little bit more phthalo blue to this. And guys, as soon as you are done with, let's say, top sky, let me know. Top sky, done. Top, done. Something, top. Sounds great. I see middle done, top sky done. Good, 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 good. Because I think what's going on here is everybody's working on a different size. And if you're painting a 16 by 20, it will definitely take much longer than if you're painting, something smaller like me, or even if you're painting like, 11 by 8.5, just regular sketchbook size. So it really is the size, right? So the people that are done with the middle, and you're pretty happy with this, check the line between the cerulean blue and the phthalo blue. Okay, so what I am trying to create here is called gradient. I want the color to be nicely transferring from one to another. So maybe if you have an extra minute, you could work on that if you wanted to, you know? But yes, definitely gonna need more water on your brush to get that done, because Gradient doesn't like dry paint. You kind of have to work it in. Okay. Also, if you think that your tone is maybe a little bit too light for the night, don't be afraid to introduce a little bit more color to this. This is what I'm doing here. I'm just adding more of this phthalo blue. And just keep adding a little bit of water and all of that. Okay. Now if you're happy with your sky tone, I'm just going bananas here. So if you're happy with this, then you use the same technique, same brush strokes, like all the same. And you're gonna use Prussian blue. Okay. And so Prussian blue goes underneath the pumpkin. Probably, I would say even 2/3 of the way of whatever is left over, about 2/3 of the way. So you're not gonna need probably a lot. Okay, just use some of this Prussian blue, and then we're gonna need some black to kind of darken this up. So have some black ready. Okay, and I'm gonna use the same messy brush. I'm not gonna change it. Okay. Okay, the pumpkin is drying, so the pumpkin needs to sit for a while here. I'm grabbing some Prussian blue, and I'm going to again use the same chisel tip of the brush and work around this pumpkin first. Yeah, so that I can bring my color in. Just keep adding the color, keep going. Do not overthink the pumpkin. We're gonna add more to it. It's not done. It just needs to dry so that we can add more to it. Because if we keep piling paint on top of it, just like we were doing, paint is gonna start pooling and it's gonna be not very pleasant experience. We do not want that. So I'm painting, you know what? I'm painting this whole piece on the bottom. I'm painting all of it Prussian blue, and then I'm gonna add black on top of that. Just on top of the wet Prussian blue that I have. Like this. Now I'm gonna use the same messy brush, dip it into the black, like this. Take just the tips. And I'm gonna pull from the bottom. See what I'm doing? Look again. From the bottom up like this. Just flicking. Flick, flick, flick. Just like that. Okay. Maybe flick a little bit up higher in the corner where there's a little bit more emptiness happening. But yeah, just flick. Okay. All right. Okay, let me know where you guys at. Background done or background not done? Let's just go background. Background meaning like this full sky. Are you done or are you not done? Top of the sky done, middle, working on the bottom, done, done. Christine done, Cheryl done, non-ray background done, I assume. Not done on background, not done. Okay. Oh, let's give it a couple minutes, okay? While we are giving it a couple of minutes, I'm gonna throw in a little quick link for you guys. So, as you joined the group, I asked for your email. And I must tell you, not everybody gave me their email for whatever reasons. It's fine. But if you want to be in touch and you want to hear what's happening in the emails, I do send them weekly, and sometimes I send the special events, whatever's happening. So you can join my list right here. I just put it on in the comments, and I'm gonna pin it to the top. Okay. Trying to catch up. Yeah, I know. I know. It's interesting, right? Okay. Y'all, if you have your background done, do you have this over here like a very stark line? It's not transferring nicely. If you do have that and you want to fix that, this would be time. This is the time to do that. So I'm just using some of that Prussian blue, and I'm gonna try and work it into the rest of the sky to make it a little bit less stark line, like more of a nice gradient transfer. And I might need to go back to this a little bit later because it seems like my paint is pooling. So just maybe give it a minute. Give it a minute and wait. Okay. Slowing down. All right. Okay. Here's my reference. I'm looking for my reference on my computer on my other screen. Here we are. So I don't get carried too far away because I've done that before. All right. Let us work on the pumpkin stem. Oh, I know. If Catherine says, if only we could rewind, I know. That's kind of the downside of a live painting live is that you cannot really rewind at all, and you have to wait for the end of it, and then you can rewind the replay. Okay, I'm gonna start working on the stem. Okay, so I'm gonna use let's say it's a medium size. It's a size 14 flat brush. Done with sky. Yay! Okay, and I'm gonna use burnt sienna, brown burnt sienna, and I'm adding a little bit of water to it so that it's workable. Also, if you have a bunch of paint like me on the paper plate and it's starting to dry up, what you can do is you can grab a small spray bottle and just spray some water on just directly on top of this, and it'll help your paints stay fresh longer. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Okay, so we're gonna go right over here where the top of the pumpkin is, okay? And you're gonna draw like a smile over here, okay? Just draw a smile. Don't don't overthink it. It's fine. Okay? But if you're using the tracer, just go ahead and paint that stem brown. Okay, and then we're gonna go up. So how I do this, I like to go up and then a little bit off to the side. And this is where I put another tiny smile. Like it's not even a smile, it's just a tiny spot for me to know where to go. And then I connect them with curvy lines like this. 1 and 2. And then I paint it in with brown. Just paint it in. Okay. And if your brown is transparent and it shows the difference, I would just add a little bit of black to my paintbrush and just add some black right on top of this. Doesn't need to be perfect or anything, okay? Just add a little bit of black to it. Don't be afraid to, again, not blend all the colors in. Some spots may be darker than others. That's perfectly fine. Okay, and we remember that the moon is up here in this corner. So we're gonna make this bottom side of our stem, this side over here. Hope you can see it. This side over here, we're gonna make it darker. So I'm just using black, straight black on the same paintbrush and just adding a shadow to it. And I'm just gonna leave it as just like that. I'm just gonna leave it for now. Okay, let's have, the sky is dry. Let's put the moon in. That moon is super fun. We're gonna use white, and we're gonna, I like to use lemon yellow for my moon. And I know lots of people like to use white with black, and some people like white with gold. So do what works for you. Okay, so I'm gonna just load my paintbrush with white, the same size 14, medium size flat. And then I'm gonna grab some of the yellow, lemon yellow, kind of work it around together a little bit so that I have some color. You know what might happen though? It might turn green. Stop, don't do that. I'm sorry, I'm misleading you. Let's just do white. Let's just do white with a little bit of black in it so that it covers it better, and then we'll add yellow on top of it. I hope that made sense what I just said. Okay, rinse your brush. If you had some yellow on it, rinse it. Don't put yellow on top of your blue sky because it's going to be green. We don't want that. Again, some white, a little bit of black. Just make it light gray, super light gray. This is going to be good. Okay. And we're gonna, again, if you use a tracer, just paint it in. And if you're not using the tracer, just start with a circle. The circle and kind of round it up into the crescent moon. Okay, I guess that's what I have. I do not like that it's not quite sharp. So I'm just gonna use a baby wipe here. You can also use a clean damp paper towel. Okay. And I'm just gonna take it off a little bit. Just remove the stuff that I don't want. So yeah, that's one way to do it. You can also use some chalk and outline what you're gonna do, or use like a smaller brush. Why didn't I do that? You know what? I'm just gonna take it off and I'm gonna show you how to do that without this mess. If I apologize if you were trying to go step by step and you're actually matching my steps. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so we do have. I did ask you guys to have round brush. Let's grab that round brush. Make it wet. Just a round brush. Yeah. Grab your paint on it, and then you kind of. This will be easier a little bit. Like that. And then from here, another circle. And then you can paint it in. Well, this worked a little bit better, didn't it? There. I like whimsical paintings because, you can do whatever you like pretty much and nobody can say a thing. There. There we go. You sure can fix it easily. That's right. Not a big deal. Okay, so I'm gonna rinse out my round brush. I don't need it right now. But we're gonna need it to do the outline of the kit. So, and we're gonna need it to do the stars also. Okay. Okay, so while I'm waiting for you guys to catch up, I'm gonna share one more thing with you. If you like what I do, and if you would like to support what I do, and it really helps me because I do need to pay for my brushes and my paints and everything else. I have a website where you can go and you can just donate whatever you feel you're comfortable with. Okay, it's called buymeacoffee.com. And now this one is a pinned comment, just so that you can find it easily. And I have two options there. So you can either be like a one-time supporter and just buy me a brush or a couple, whatever you feel like. It's all great, and I really appreciate you guys. Or you can join my membership, and in the membership, I teach level 2 paintings that are a little bit more advanced than what we paint today. So if you want to try your hand on something that's a little bit more advanced, the September painting was using acrylics like watercolors, and then we applied this kind of design, the henna inspired design to it, and this is what it looks like without the design. That's using acrylics so that they look like watercolors. That is our September one. Um, and I want to show you what we're going to be painting. So this is Lady Sage. We're going to be painting her in October. So in a couple of weeks, I will upload this painting. It's exclusive content, so nobody else gets it but that membership. And then in November, we'll be painting the basket of apples, which is also kind of cute, I think. Okay, so you can either just be a support, and that's fine, and I appreciate you, or you can join the membership, and it's also fine, and I appreciate you. So either way is great. And please don't feel like you have to. Please, please, please. This whole point of what I'm doing here is to allow people to have some sort of way to relax and not feel like you have to pay for absolutely everything in life. You know what I mean? Okay, not small, sorry, medium flat brush. I have some of this gray left, and I'm gonna grab some of that, a little bit of that yellow, I'm sorry, yellow, lemon yellow, and I'm gonna paint this moon. Okay. And maybe I'm just gonna grab a tiny, 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 super tiny bit of black. So you can hardly even see it on my brush. See, it's a speck. Okay. And I'm just gonna add it to my moon like this. Okay. And then I'm gonna blend it in to just add a little bit more different color to this. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry. My paint is pooling. So when the paint is pooling, it's wise to let it dry and come back later. All right. Very good. Rinse out your brush. Okay, if you're using a tracer, you noticed that your cat has disappeared. So right now, when your pumpkin is dry and the sky is dry, now is the good time to put that trace of the cat in, the tracer of the cat. Okay. If you're not using a tracer, we're gonna finish the pumpkin, and then I'll show you how to draw the cat in. Okay. But yeah, I do not want to wait for the tracers to do that, because it's gonna take longer to wait for it all to dry to put the tracer on again. Okay. Let's go back and play a little bit more with the pumpkin. We're gonna add more colors to it. Okay, so let's make a little bit of pinkish red. So I'm using my medium size flat brush. I have my red over here, and I'm just simply bringing it over to this white. Now, what's happening now is I'm gonna start adding funky colors to my pumpkin. If you want to add like some other shades or colors, or like you want to go with turquoise, go ahead. change everything and anything you like. It's just, I think it's a lot of fun to do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this pink and I'm just gonna put a line right in here and maybe some here, just kind of making it fun. I apologize for the background noise. My kids decided that it's time to be crazy. Um, just like that. Maybe a little bit more. So what I'm gonna do is, remember the ridges that we did? You want to bring them over to the stem. My pink is a little bit on the purple side and I kind of like it. So bring them to the stem. All these lines over here that we did, bring them over to the stem. I kind of like this pink pumpkin. I'm gonna rinse out my brush. And I'm gonna grab some more of this red color, straight red color, and then add it to another. Just putting color in quickly, okay? Because I notice that when I start to go slowly, I tend to overthink it, and then it's not what I want it to be at all. So just quickly add some color. Don't be afraid of dry brushing it. Like my brush is almost dry and it's just adding. Just make sure you're moving in like rounded lines, right? Following your ridge. You do not want to have any straight lines here. Rounded, rounded, rounded. Okay, rinse out. Grab some more of this warm yellow. I'm just gonna do the same thing. Going all the way, anywhere I want to. Just add more. Again, don't overthink it. Okay, so I'm putting a lot of this warm yellow in the area where the stem is. Kind of adding a little bit more color to here. And then I'm gonna add more color to the rest of the pumpkin, doing the same way, rounded motions. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of it. Maybe grab some white onto the same messy brush. Add a little bit of brown right here. And here and there, maybe more white and a little bit more of burnt sienna. Try and move from this from the stem down with this. Okay, and the next one is going to be a little bit unexpected. We're going to grab a little bit of white, fill in the brush with white, and then, oh, my cerulean blue is all dry, so I'm going to add a little bit more of the cerulean blue. And once I'm done with the cerulean blue, we're going to have a break. Okay, so if you're worried that I'm going too fast, I'm going fast it's like on purpose here, because okay, I'm adding more white to this because I want it very light blue. I'm going fast on purpose because I do not want you guys to overthink this. I just want you to put color in and call it good. Okay? Quick strokes. Quick, put it in. I think I'm overdoing it, but I'm doing it for the sake of showing, right, the quick stroke. Just put it in. Okay? All right, time for break. Break time. Let's do 5 minutes break. I'll be back in 5. Even if you don't feel like you need a break, step away. Step away from your painting. Let your eyes rest. Maybe stretch your legs a little bit. It's all kind of good stuff. We all need that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put the. I don't have a timer to put up, but we all know what's happening. So if you're watching your replay, I totally forgot to talk to all the people who's watching your replay. So first of all, tell me now you're watching your replay. And second of all, just fast forward 5 minutes so that you don't have to watch us, right? 5 minutes of doing nothing. All right, y'all. 5 minutes. Be back at 4:07 on my clock. So 07 minutes, whatever hour you're in, should be '07. Okay, see you then. Alrighty, let's get back to this. Okay, um, so I'm right, Catherine. Yes, Catherine asked me how to watch the replay, and the replay will be added in the guides, exactly where you found the supply list and the tracers. It's all going to be uploaded to there as soon as it uploads to here, so that I can share it. Um, I was thinking there was something else. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's keep working on this, and I will tell you what else we need to know. Okay, here we go. Let's finish this pumpkin first. Okay. So to finish the pumpkin, I'm using the round brush. I think this is number 10. Probably that's a little bit too much, you know. I want a 4 or maybe or a 6 or a 4. Where is my 6 or 4? Where are they? That's also a 6. Oh, I can't see it because my 4 is on my desk and I'm looking in the cup. Okay, got my 4. It's kind of falling apart, but that's okay because I use it for acrylics, so that's not a big deal if it's falling apart a little bit. Okay, we're gonna need burnt sienna, and I'm just gonna spray my paints again because I can see that they're drying out. And I'm just gonna use this burnt sienna right here. And there is some water on the plate, and I'm just dragging it into the paint to just kind of water it down a little bit. You might not need to do that if you're using craft paint. Your paint is probably the right consistency for this. Okay, so let's add the ridges. We're gonna go the way from the stem and down lightly, just with brown color to help us see where the ridges are. Okay, and we didn't want to do this earlier because we wanted the blue to dry and all of the other colors to dry, because we didn't want our brown to get mixed with the other paints. So just add the ridges, just like that. Okay, here, all sides. And I kind of, where the stem is, I kind of make them more rounded over here so that the stem also has some definition. And maybe add a little bit on the sides over here, on the top. Okay. So I'm looking at this and I want to add a little bit heavier lines. It's perfectly fine if you need to go back, right? No big deal. So I think that over here I need a heavier. So I'm just gonna drop my, like, push my paintbrush a little bit more into my canvas so that I have a little bit more of weight to it. There. Yeah. Okay. Rinse it out. Get it clean. Okay. And grab some white. We want to do all of this before we put the cat on there. Okay, and now I'm gonna put white to add highlights. So remember how we painted some part a little bit different because the moon was close by. So the top of the pumpkin, these ridges over here, they're gonna get white highlights on top of the ridge of this brown. Okay, so I'm just gonna add white right on top like this, just around. And this top here, it just gets some white pretty much on top of the pumpkin, like that. And then the bottom of the pumpkin, the white goes, where does it go? Let me think. Yeah, not as much, just a little bit of a highlight underneath, just a little for the one and the two, and then nothing goes in the last one. And if you want to add a highlight on top over here, like in the front and center, yeah, I would do the one that kind of resembles the top ridge, like over here, something like this. Okay, let's rinse the brush. Okay, let's grab some of this deep yellow, and we're gonna grab quite a bit of white for with it. So we're gonna mix it together. And we're gonna use this color to add volume to the stem. So first we're gonna go on the top over here, and we're gonna draw a diamond the best we can. Not the right, like not the right diamond, but some sort of a diamond. Okay, something like this. And then the this dot spot over here, the bottom of the diamond, needs to be connected to this spot over here. See where I put a dot? Yep. And we need to make it a curved line. So we're just gonna curve this in, just like that. And then we're gonna add like a broken a little bit highlight, and very broken, just a little bit on the bottom here, just a little, because that's shaded. We don't want much. And we're gonna add a couple more of these lines here, like this, to just help it look like there is volume, like it's not flat. Yeah. Rinse your brush. You might even want to add a little bit of white highlight to that stem. If you do, just grab a little bit of white and just add it on top over here, and this line that goes in the middle, and that's it. And don't do anything else. Okay, and then maybe add a little bit of white here, just for a highlight. Okay, let's work on our grass, and then we'll work on stars, and then we'll do the cat. Okay, you guys with me? It's awful quiet, no comments. Am I keeping you so busy? Busy, busy. Going fast, right? No time to type. I know. Okay, so for the grass is super simple. We're gonna go back to our large flat, the large flat, and we're gonna go back to the browns and the white. The brown, the white. If you want to add a little bit of green to this, you can always mix the cerulean blue with lemon yellow or phthalo blue with deep yellow, or any combination would give you um, uh, would give you a good color option. I'm just gonna start with brown, and I'm gonna hold my paintbrush directly on top, like 90 degrees, and I'm just gonna give it a little bit of pressure and just drag it up like this. Okay, I really like using a fan brush for grass like this, but I figured that fan brush is a supply that is kind of a brush that not everybody would have at home, and I do not want you guys to have to go and, spend extra money and then get something that you maybe would use once and then it would sit in the jar. Okay, so I did this kind of a very loose comb, very like not thick comb, right? What do you call that? Um, with just brown. And so now I'm just gonna put a little bit of white on my brush, grab a little bit more brown again, and oh, that was a lot of white. I'm just gonna go do this again. Just going up. And just for the fun of it, so if you're just doing brown, the brown grass, you just go back to brown with the same brush and add more brown to this now that you have, okay? Or brown. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Burnt sienna. I kept going brown. Burnt sienna. That was on the list. I'm sorry. I kind of switched to my other, switched to craft paint words. Burnt sienna. Okay. So just for the sake of playing with colors and because we can, and I told you I like going rogue on things, right? So I have some. Oh yeah, I have plenty of cerulean blue right here, and I have some of this lemon yellow. So I'm just gonna add them together. It's gonna make a nice green color here. See it? And then I'm gonna grab some of this burnt sienna, add it directly to this green, and it will give me a different shade of brown to add to this grass. Again, using this flick kind of motion, right? Just to kind of add something interesting to it, It doesn't have to be all the same. So I'm just gonna go back and with the same green, kind of greenish brownish, and I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna hold the brush now straight down also, but not 90 degrees, but like 180 degrees. And just flick from the bottom just to cover full so that the bottom is covered. And maybe you can use this to add taller grass in the area where there is kind of where you want to have a little bit of a taller grass peeking through, just to kind of add a little bit more interest to this. Okay. Who's late? Who's late? It is late. It's okay. No big deal. Once we're done, I will have this uploaded and I will share the link to the replay in the guides. And this live will stay in the discussion like forever. Of course, it'll go down, 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 but you can still use that. That's not a big deal. Do not worry about that. I am out of my burnt sienna. I need a little bit more. Okay, so now I've cleaned my brush. Clean brush, more of this burnt sienna, the same chisel tip. 90 degrees again, and just add more brown to make it more like a fall, since this is really a Halloween painting, right? More of a Halloween kind of fall, since it's a pumpkin. So probably a little bit more browns in the grass would be good. Okay. All right. Let's do the Starry Sky. And for that, we are going to need the number 4 round brush. We're gonna need our um, the red, lemon yellow, orange, the deep yellow. You can what am I thinking? Yes, cerulean blue, and as I just mentioned, and white. Okay, where's my cerulean blue? I'm gonna put some more on this messy mess that I have. Okay, so depending on the paints you're using, some of them can be high transparency and some of them can be not transparent at all. So if you're using the paint that has high transparency, then maybe add some white to it. So to have lemon yellow on here, right, I will have to mix it with white a little bit. Love the pumpkin stump. Thanks. Yeah, that's a lot of fun, isn't it? I keep calling it a stem. Is it called a stump? I can never, yeah, I don't know. Whatever it's called. Okay, so pick your first color. I'm just gonna go, I'm just gonna go with lemon yellow because it's one of my favorites. Add a little bit of white to it, just to help with this transparency thing, right? Don't want it to be too transparent. Do not want it too thick. So just add water to it. Got a blob. Get out of here, blob. Okay, and I'm just gonna start with like a figure 8 somewhere on the side here. Just gonna see what I'm doing. Just little strokes in like infinity, more like an infinity symbol. Just going around. So there is one. And maybe I'll put another one in here. Something, yeah, and maybe like add something on top of here. It really doesn't matter. It's your stars. You can put whatever you want into here. And then I'm just gonna grab my next color, which is gonna be the cerulean blue. And since it's the color of the sky, I'm gonna add a little bit of white to it so that it's not completely the same. And I'm just gonna go and repeat the pattern, just following the same thing, like that. Rinse out. Grab your red. And just add that. Just keep going. Just keep following the pattern. Don't overthink it. Grab some white and maybe just do the same thing with white. Don't put it on your pumpkin stem. If you're getting too close, make sure to work around it so that your pumpkin stem doesn't get stars on it. I want to add a little bit more of this lemon yellow. I think it will brighten this up a little bit. Or maybe just add some paint to the first one, make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, I like that. Maybe just kind of give it a little bit more color. Let's see, what didn't we use? Maybe something like pink, but like my red is when white is added to this red, it kind of becomes beet color a little bit. But I think this can work. I'll just put it in here, inside. Yeah. You can stop here at this point, or you can keep going and just maybe repeat the same pattern. Use the colors that you want. Use what works for you, what makes you happy. I absolutely love everything, like the Starry Night inspired. This is so much fun to paint. Okay, so here we go. Just rinsed out my brush. I'm gonna use the same round brush. Probably not a great idea, but it should work. I want to fix my moon a little bit. So while I'm waiting for the stars to dry, I'm just gonna add a little bit more white to my moon. And yes, round brush was not the greatest idea. So I'm just switching back to my flat, the medium size flat. I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing. If you're happy with your moon, don't touch it. It's just I am not super happy with it. I want it to be a little bit, I don't know. I don't even know what I want, honestly. I want it to be whiter so that it's not the same color as the stars. There. I think I like this better. What kind of paint is this? Okay. So, Lori, what kind of paint is this? So I use mostly I use, oh, that's not the right, I just used the bottle of it anymore. Deco Art Americana. Let me find, I tend to buy big bottles and uh, and then I put them into smaller bottles for like black and white. But this is the brand Deco Art Americana. I really like this one for painting. They have so it's not thick, but they have very good pigment. That's it. It really does a good job for me. I enjoy it. I love Arteza. Depends on where you are, how you spell it. Absolutely love it. I have a few sets from them. I use the small ones. I buy the big ones for the colors that I use the most. Um, and I also sometimes pick up things like Liquitex from the what's it called? Yeah, from like craft stores. So, but yeah, this is acrylic paint. So if that's what you're asking, if you didn't mean the brand, it's acrylic paint. Okay, I hope I answered your question. All right, you guys, give me the cat. If you're ready to work on the cat, put it in the comment. Okay, just type in cat ready or just cat. Okay. Okay, Christine's ready. Nice, nice. Have the cat, Eliza, Lisa, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. I'm so sorry. Amber's ready. Denise is almost ready. Okay. Okay, Catherine's ready. Kathy's ready. Wonderful. Oh, Kathy, you even put in a cat emoji. Oh, that's so cute. Jennifer, cat ready. Awesome. Almost ready. Jessica's almost ready. Very good. Okay, yay. We are good on time, so we really do have time to wait, should we need to wait. Okay. Amy, go for car. I'm not sure what that meant. Cat. Okay. It's probably a spell check, trying to type fast, huh? Oh, you know what? While we're waiting, I'm going to show you. I have this workshop going on, and I'm teaching. So this one we painted on Monday. No, not Monday. What am I saying? Cheryl, Friday. Yes. Um, so this one we already painted. There is two more paintings. It's all in the email. See, but it's in my events also. And I will be teaching how to paint plaid. I'll be teaching like the regular classic plaid and then like this. And then I will also be teaching how to do lacquering on wood plaques without special equipment. It's called a seven days of October workshop. You can find it in the group. Yeah. So the owl is a part of that workshop. Okay. So there's three paintings and four more things that we are doing together there. So I know I kind of mentioned it, and now I'm thinking, hey, I should have pulled the link right away so that I can just give you the link directly to um, to the thing. Okay, so we're still waiting for it to dry. We need a little bit of time to allow the stars to dry because we want a black cat, right? We don't want to make a mess of a cat. Um, here's my link. Sorry about that. I'm kind of Here's another link I'm sharing with you. I'm just gonna throw it in the comments. It should pop up right now. Okay. And I think what I'm gonna do when this is over, I'll just go back and I'll add all the links um, on top of the video, so you'll be able to see them without having to scroll through the whole lot of comments. Okay, the cat. So for the cat, I'm gonna use a round brush to outline it. If you're using the tracer, your cat should be here already, right? Okay. So let's see. My problem here is that my pumpkin is huge, and I don't really have that much room for the cat. I will still fit it in, but kind of keep it in mind where you're gonna put it. Okay, so I'm gonna have the head about here and the body sitting on the pumpkin around here. I'm just gonna grab some black paint. If you're not comfortable with this, do it with chalk. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it with chalk so I can show you how it's done. But you can also do it directly with paint. So I just have white, it's a white seamstress chalk. I really like it because it's thin. And I have the body starting here, and the butt is going to be around here. See the line over here? Yeah. And so from here to there, I'm just going to draw like a drop shape, like a drop, like that. And I go a few times over it because it really helps me create the shape that I like. So we have the drop shape, okay? And the head is going to be somewhere here. Okay, and we can even do a tilt if you want to, but I'm just gonna do the straight. And it's gonna be an oval like this. And then we can just smooth out the lines over here. Just smooth them out. You can use your finger to clean this up. Okay, and then there's gonna be ears and the whiskers. So that part, everybody understand that, I hope. Yeah? Okay, so smooth that out, and here's our back. And the way this cat sits, we just see the one paw. So it starts somewhere halfway, and you kind of go out like this, and you add this little piece over here. Okay, so erase that. We're just making a full outline that we will paint black. And from here, how I like to do this, to do the tail, I just go follow this whole line, and then it kind of organically will uh, move to where the cat's tail would organically sit. Maybe too long, maybe not, but it is what it is. Yeah? How's that? And then you don't even need the round brush. You can just paint this, okay, all together. If I was starting with the paintbrush, right away, I would just start with the teardrop shape first, and I would paint it just with black paint. And then I would add this kind of paw that goes here. And we have the butt. I think the cat is like the easiest part of this whole painting. The ears. Okay, I think I added a little bit too much water to my paint. I'm gonna need it to dry over here, but somebody just tuned in. The bath just tuned in. Will it be posted later? Yes. As soon as I have it uploaded, I will share the link and I will add it to the guides. And like this live, it's gonna stay in the discussion. It's not going anywhere. So you can just save this post. Click the three dots on the top right corner, I think, and it should give you the option to save the video, and then you can just go back to your save the post, and you can just go back to your saved posts, and you will find this right away. I'm just smoothing out the lines for my kitty cat. I would love, love, love. I can't wait to see your paintings, you guys. So if you would like to share with the group, you can upload them into the album. I have created the album. So you'll just go to media album, and there is an album that says Pumpkin Night, and it has the event picture on it. And you can add your paintings there. And if you're too shy and you do not want to share with the group, but you would still want to show me, just send me a message. I love, love, love seeing your paintings. Stephanie, of course, no problem. No problem at all. Y'all never feel like, like you're held hostage and you can't leave. If you need to do something, of course, you can always come back to the replay. It's not going anywhere. Okay, super. Now we're going to use the small round brush. If you have a liner brush, something like that, something really small. Okay, I don't. If you do not have it, you can still use this brush, the regular brush, but just rinse it out real well. You know what? I'm going to show you how to do it with this brush. Rinse it out real well, and we're going to put black paint just to the tip, okay? So we're not going to fill in the whole brush with black paint. It's just on the tip. Can you see it? Does it focus where I need to focus? Not quite. It's hard to see the black paint on the black brush, but it's right here. Oh, come back. Come back. Here. Right here. Just a tiny, tiny bit. And I'm going to use it to add the whiskers. There. And here. Got the whiskers. And now we're going to rinse it out real well. Grab some white on the tip again. Now it shows better. Now you can see. I did the same thing with black. Okay. And hold on just a second. Let me see. Yeah, just so that we do it the right way. Okay. Tiny highlight on top of the head. On top of one ear. Break up that line. Don't make it like one straight line. A little bit down. Okay, take a little break over the neck, and then put more around down the back, around the back to the tail, like this. And then we're gonna highlight the paw right here. And we're going to highlight the tail on the side that's closest to the moon. Right there. All right. Ooh, I forgot the vines for the pumpkin. Oh no. Okay, so for the vines, we're gonna grab burnt sienna. And we're gonna need that at the consistency of melted ice cream to do this, because we're gonna need it to glide. We're gonna need the round brush. You know what? I'm just gonna spray it with my spray bottle to make this easier a little bit. There we go. If you need help with swirls, just use the tracer. The secret to the swirls is to the secret to swirls is to keep it rounded. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start right here, and we're gonna go rounded, round, and around, and up. The star that's near the cat's paw looks like his foot. Aw, it's kind of cute, isn't it? Judy, you're welcome. Okay. And then we're gonna add maybe another one over here. You know, this is why we're doing this now, because we wanted to see where the cat would be exactly, right? And maybe another swirl coming, another vine coming through here. I think I have enough vines. What do you think? You can always add more if you want more. I'm just adding a little bit of color because my paint is a little bit diluted, and there. Okay, and we're gonna grab a little bit of that lemon yellow with a little bit of that white again, just somewhere to the side. Let's see. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. Swirl your brush as you pull it out of your paint so that there's paint right on the tip. And the vine, the parts of the vine that are closer to the moon or that sit on top of the other, like here, you just add a little bit of highlights. Maybe here. It might not show much, but you will see it. It's that little kind of detail that you want to have, that will kind of gives direction. It tells you where to look. Highlights tell you where to look. Okay. The swirls look like a fancy letter L. Yeah, it really does. If we go down this way, well, Luba, I had to put my L in there, right? Lori says she enjoyed this painting. I'm very glad that you did. And Continua says that this is so cool and she loves it. I'm glad that you love it. This is wonderful. All right. Well, we are done. So the next step for you guys would be to sign your painting. Choose a Sharpie or whatever it is that you guys like to use. I really, really like my fine tip Posca pen. And I just like to put my name somewhere down there. Somewhere along the line. I just like to do that. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will have fun staying in this group and painting with me more. Check out the guides. There's like 26 guides in the library, different multiple things um, um, that you are welcome to paint. Always feel free to ask any questions that you may have. And I will see you again later online. Kinkini replay will be available soon. Yes, it will be available soon. It takes a little time to download and upload, but it will be available for you guys if you need it. And I will see you next time when we paint together. Have a good, have a good rest of your Sunday. Bye.